Hey there guys, in today's video we're going to be doing a review of the DPMS Panther Arms licensed full metal M4 CQB-3 Airsoft AEG rifle. This gun can shoot up to 370 FPS and has a version 2 fully upgradable M4 gearbox. As the name would suggest, it is full metal, so it's kind of heavy for how small it is. It's 5.25 pounds. The only parts that aren't metal are the grip and the stock. Without the stock extend, it's about 22 inches long, and you can extend the stock, and then it's 25.2 inches long. Getting into more of the details of the gun, you can put it on safe, semi-automatic, or fully automatic with this selector switch here on the left side of the gun above the trigger guard. One thing of note about the grip here is that it's got a rest for your thumb if you're using your right hand. That makes it pretty comfortable, but if you're using your left hand, it can be kind of awkward to have just this ledge right here in the middle of your fingers. As far as rails go, we've got 4 on the front here. We've got 1 on each side and 1 on top and bottom, and this can be used for accessories like laser lights, flashlights, or foregrips. Then at this point here and backward, there's another rail that kind of extends on, and you could use this for some sort of optic. Although the gun does come with 2 flip-up sights, if you want to push them back down, you just have to push these little buttons on the side and just flip it back, or just flip them back up whenever you'd like. The rear sight back here can be adjusted for windage with this little knob on the right here, as well as you can switch between a peephole sight or a more open sight. Then the front sight here is just a post, but you can adjust it for elevation with an included tool. Then on the right side of the gun, we've got the magazine ejector switch. You can just slide that out, and the magazine comes with it. It's just a standard M4 magazine. High capacity, of course, so you've got this reservoir in the back that you can load BBs into and then wind from the bottom to feed BBs back into the area that's going to send BBs up into the gun. If you'd like to adjust the hop up, you can pull back what would be the charging handle at the back here, and that exposes this little dial. Turning this dial clockwise puts more backspin on the BB to give you greater ranges, but you want to dial it into a point with the BBs that you're using just to have a straight and accurate shot for as long as possible. There's also this forward assist button, which I've never seen actually do anything on an airsoft gun, so it's just pretty aesthetic. Coming to the back of the gun, we again have the adjustable stock. You can adjust this to one of 5 positions. Now the stock is also what's going to house the battery for this gun. There isn't a battery included with this kit, so you're going to have to buy one separately. It's recommended that you get a 9.6 volts 1600 milliamp hour battery, and this is a butterfly type. I've noticed that it's kind of a weird design to get the battery into this compartment as opposed to some other M4s. On most I've seen there's tabs at the back where you just push this, the back of the butt comes out, and then you can put the battery in through the back. But on this one, the only way I've been able to do it is to pull down on this lever and take the whole stock off, and then attach the battery that way. Once you get the stock off, there's these 2 little tabs that you just pull off, and this is how you're going to install the battery. You just want to reach in this tube and grab the connector that's going to attach to the battery itself, and put it in the right way. Then you're going to want to install the battery with the wires facing the back of the stock and just push it back to the back. Once the battery is in the stock and you're sure that there's no wires that are going to get in the way, you just want to push the stock back, repeat the inverse operation, pull this down, and push the stock back onto the gun. You can also take these 2 tabs and put them back in the holes that were covering up the battery. That is about it for the features of the gun. I can also mention that it comes with a non-jamming rod and a Phillips head screwdriver. With that said though, I think the next step for this gun is just going to be to do the shooting test, so let's go ahead and go on outside. So in the shooting test today for this gun, we're going to be using .20 gram BBs from a distance of 60 feet. I'm going to put some soda cans on that platform there behind me, and then we'll switch to a bullseye target for accuracy, and I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, this thing's nice. Now we're going to go ahead and switch over to a bullseye target and test out the grouping on this. So the bottom shots here are where I was dialing in the semi-auto, just kind of seeing where my shots were landing and adjusting from there. Then these shots are up here from when I went to fully automatic, and I think the grouping's still pretty good. My biggest takeaway from this is that every shot landed on this 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and most of them pretty close to this target. If you guys are shooting a human-shaped target, this is going to easily hit their torso at 60 feet, and well beyond that, it stays accurate for a pretty long time. One thing I might invest in for this gun in the future is some sort of optic, because you can only be so accurate with iron sights, I think, at this range and a little bit further. I don't mean to be misleading there. Even at this range with just the iron sights, you're still going to land body shots 10 times out of 10. With that said though, in terms of accuracy, this still is like a close quarters weapon. It's meant to be short and stocky so you can peek around corners and get into close spaces really easily. And for that job, at this distance, it's going to do excellent. If you guys would like to learn more about this gun, I'll have a link in the description to the e-bike page where I got it at. It's running for about $240, but at the time that I bought it a while back, it was on sale for about half that. So the price is a little bit steeper than some of the other stuff I've bought, but I think the quality on this is really great. As always, if you guys have any comments or questions about anything you've seen so far in the video, feel free to post those down below. I think that's about all I've got for you guys in this video though, so I'd like to thank you for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.